Oh man, you're listening to the All Burgundy and Gold Errything Commanders pregame show powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia. I'm Wole. I'm joined by my guy George. The homie Glenn is running a little late, but he'll be on. In their last regular season game, the Washington Commanders are in Arlington, Texas, ready to take on their heated rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. What's good, though, George?
Oh, I'm just ready to see us get this sixth seed and get the playoff talk going after today. Can you believe it? We're gonna be talking playoffs after today. Isn't that awesome?
Saying it like Jim Moore Jr. Jim Moore, I said Jr. June Moore Sr. Playoffs. I know, right? It's exciting, right? Exciting times. Before we talk about the game, let's get the logistics out the way. First, subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errything. Also, tweet us at ABG_Errything. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_Errything. Also, make sure you subscribe to our All Burgundy and Gold Errything YouTube channel. If you're on there right now, hit that like button right now. And if you're new, hit that red subscribe button immediately. We're trying to get up there. We're moving thanks to you all, but continue to like, comment, do all that good jazz. Also, our pregame is also being streamed on the Urban Sports Scene X handle as well. All right, it's time for the rundown. Here's what we have on tap. We'll chat with Bowie TV's Commanders reporter, Candy Waller. She'll be joining us live from A&T Stadium's media room. We'll also talk about the keys for Commanders' victory, or could you say like a good performance? You don't know how this game's going to turn out in terms of people are going to play or not. All these individuals are going to play. We'll find out, though. We'll find out how that is with Candy. But yeah, we'll provide our keys for victory and predictions. Then finally, we'll select our Commanders' fantasy football selections for the day. But all right, Right now, we got live from A&T Stadium. We got Bowie TV's Commanders reporter, Candy Waller, on. What's going on, Candy?
Hey, you all. How you doing?
Doing good. Glad to have you on, man. Glad to have you on as always. Candy be texting me. She's like, "We still good?" I'm like, Candy, you a regular. You gotta stop saying we good when you text me. All right, we're good.
I'll be like, okay, make sure everybody all right.
All right. Look, Candy, you're a staple. Pre-game, you a staple. All right, let that be known. You're a staple. If we didn't have you on the heat I would get from these folks on here in the chat, they'd be pissed at me. What's going on here? Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Like, come, Candy, you want them. You them.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's get this win. Yeah, let's get this win. All right, so Candy, real quick, what are some of the notable actors and actors?
So who I think is a notable, first things first in terms of inactive. Quan Martin is sick. So this is a thing. It's going around.
Okay.
He is here, but yes, it's burgundy. We'll get to my outfit later. I'm having a hard day. Wearing this burgundy top. But anyway, having a rough day. And now people are like really noticing. Okay, that's great. Quan Martin is sick, everybody. Okay, so that is definitely a thing. I'm like, who do I need to talk to make sure the locker room has a deep clean? Okay, because he's here, but it came on him just like it has come on other people.
Yeah,
he was questionable. Now he's definitely out. He's not on the injury report, but it's the same. He's sick. His feet is back there. Just walk by, but so he is sick, just like everybody else has been. So he has that bug that is going around. And as Paul has here, Dominique Hampton is playing today, which I think is a good thing. But other than that, everyone knows that Marshawn Lattimore is still out. Tyler Biotic, I had posted a picture. I was like, Tyler in his street clothes out here. So he's not playing. Neither is Cornelius Lucas. KJ Osborne is also inactive today.
Interesting. Mike has a question for you.
Jordan McGee is also.
Mike has a good question for you. Okay, speaking of outfits, is the team wearing our favorite all-black uniforms?
No. Not that. I saw that. That would have caught my eye like, but no, they're not wearing black.
So, Ken, do you feel like if this game was like, a winner-go-win game, would Quan be playing? Even sick, or do you think this is like? No, I mean, you're right. The thing has been going around for a lot of folks.
Yeah, he's sick, and I think it's just it's been consistent with this team. If you can't go, you cannot go. The same thing happened to Tyler in New Orleans with this illness. it's going around, with Cosme and Bates. It didn't hit them on a game day, so that's why they weren't out of the game. But if we even go back to the Falcons game last week when Tyler was dealing with an ankle injury, of course they wanted Tyler to go back in, but he just couldn't go. So they're going to keep it consistent. Like, hey, look, and you could get other people sick. Like at this point now, we got like quarantine you, so to speak. Put your mask on. You got a fever, whatever, and get yourself.
Is this like a 24-hour bug or a 48-hour bug type
24,
deal?
48, yeah. Because Marcus Mariota, he shared publicly last week, so it's okay to say, he had it too. So it's going around, and they on that same side. So it's jumping. Feels like it's jumping every other person, but they beat, So I'm not shocked, but it's kind of like, I don't know. A thing of Lysol, some deep cleaning. I don't know what you're gonna do about.
Yeah, I got a follow up question with that too, but I'm gonna ask you with Paul. Paul got a question. He says Terry has an ankle injury. Does he?
Yes.
He does. Issue. Okay. See why he playing? See,
it's the end of the season, so everybody got little nicks here and there.
See, they're making me mad already. I ain't gonna hold you. He's active, right? Terry active too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
See, why are they making me mad? I know what I'm not going to. I've debated this all on multiple platforms. I'm not going to do this right now. I know what. All right, what?
They got to win the football game, y'all.
I mean, do they really? But that's a whole different argument. Look. I'll say this much. Look for this because folks think I'm joking. They got stars in the locker room. What's going on?
It's what's going around. It's another. It's a bug going around. It's a virus going around. Maybe sick. Maybe like sick. And it'll be gone.
The DMV last week, and I heard about it. There's a lot of people that have caught whatever it is that's going through the Washington locker room right now.
It's wild. I should know this because my real 9-to-5 job, I'm in the federal government health field type of thing, and I should know like this bug, and I have no idea what's going on.
It's a bug going on. I may or may not have my business on this one and be like, when's deep clean the situation or just
folks better start drinking bleach. That's a joke, y'all. That's a joke. Right. All right. It's a key. Mike's to keep it away from Jaden.
I agree. He might have to have a Michael Jordan game if he come up with it. Michael Jordan flu game if he come up with it.
You ain't lying. Hey, go ahead, George. You want to say something?
Yes, because you talked about how this team has been consistent about if you can't play, you're not playing.
That's right.
One guy who is playing that surprised me at first, but now that I'm thinking about it, doesn't as much. Austin Eckler is back, and my question isn't that you're surprised because I presume as much as you're around the team, you're not. I'm thinking now that the reason they put him on IR for 4 weeks is that they wanted to be absolutely certain he was ready for this game in the playoffs. And I'm wondering if he could have come back sooner, but that they put him on there because they wanted to make sure that he's ready for this stretch of games coming up.
Yes, I think it's both, right? He was really with a concussion, right? And you can kind of see the impacts of it. Honestly, seeing him around. So, hey, I'm a little, when it comes to concussions, I'm a little different with that because I probably would not have played him, but I'm not a doctor either. You know what I'm saying? So, I know that they're going to go through the right protocols, all the right things. So he's happy. He looks very good, and he had full practices last week, and he's happy. He's very, very happy, and he's doing all the things he needed to do in order to be cleared. So I probably would have saved him for the playoffs, but with the challenges they've had recently with the run game, I think they want to get him back into the fold to make sure he's warmed up and ready to go for the playoffs.
Yeah, make sure. Like I said, Miss Waller.
Hi, Mrs. Waller.
Hey.
I know it's soon to be snowstorm, so I know she probably wanted to make sure she saw me, and I'm like, I'm here. We got caught in a windstorm this morning, so that's a whole nother story for another.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm being serious. We got caught in a windstorm. I'm being like,
for real?
Yeah, like a wind.
Yeah. Oh dang! I didn't know that. Oh dang!
We got caught in a windstorm. If you've never been caught in a windstorm, good.
Wow.
It was pretty bad.
Jeez.
Yeah, I've been in one of those. It's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, we're good. We're glad you're safe. I'm glad you're safe.
Yes.
Seriously.
I am too.
I am too.
That was we were walking in actually, and it just came out, and the siren went off. It was bad. That's what you get for not watching the weather. That's whatever.
No, I have not. I ain't gonna hold you. I have not. I did not know the windstorm. Okay. I've never been involved in a windstorm before. I don't think I have. Have we had any in the DMV?
I have never even experienced a windstorm.
Okay. She said she's. Oh yeah.
I never even know what it is.
Yeah, she said she's concerned about the snow.
Yes. And apparently, I might as well say it was not breaking news. Apparently, they're canceling flights. Mine is not canceled at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell Candy you're coming home. I'm coming home.
Oh, I'm about to go downstairs and ask Adam Peters, can I ride with them? Like, listen.
I got salt. I got salt bags for days for this joint.
All the places in the U.S. I do not want to get stuck in Dallas. Okay?
Nah, hey Glenn, you got something you want to ask Candy?
Yeah, Candy. What are your keys for a positive Commanders performance? Right. What will make them have a positive Commanders performance? You're in the playoffs, but you don't want to limp in with a loss to the Dallas Cowboys.
No. And then that would have meant that the Cowboys would have swept this team. So what they need to do is have a very strong first half. They need to be very strong offensively and defensively. Do all the wild and crazy things that isn't typical of a team. You know, Trey Lance is starting for the Dallas Cowboys. So I would think they were prepared for possibly that news on defense. But I absolutely think, Cliff Kingsbury, when they were, was asked about would he be a head coach again and all that, I'm like, hey, listen, y'all. Also in the same press conference, he made a comment about emptying the clip on Sunday. So, Cliff, if that's the type of time you want, forget about whether or not he would want to be a head coach again one day. The very important point here is he said they was going to empty out the clip on Sunday, so that's what they need to do. They need to get out fast, similar to what they did with the Titans. That's what they need to do. The defense needs to be aggressive and close it out. Close it out in the first half, and then just chill out. Hopefully you can pull your starters. They don't have to play in the second half. So I think that's kind of like the keys there to victory. I mean, you do have some backups playing, right? Because Michael Dieter will be playing. I gotta see. They pulled up Bobby Hart from the practice squad because Cornelius Lucas is out as well. So they absolutely need to be able to show that depth as well. They're dealing with some key injuries, so they gotta show depth. But they gotta have a strong first half. Close this game out in the first half. Make everybody turn it off, turn the TV, and go ahead and lock in that 6th seed. Point blank, they got to do everything right because this is a game that you should be able to do everything right.
Yeah. My man, the 54th has a comment, says, what's the vibe with the team this week, assuming the coaches have them ready to go for this one? What's
the vibe it is every week. They don't maneuver, they don't change. Business as usual. Business as usual. It's not extra hype, it's not extra anything. It's just business. They do that every week now, so
that's what I like to hear, man. I love the fact that these guys don't have too many high highs and many low lows. They stay like this, which means there's not one game bigger than the other. Especially going into the playoffs, you keep things as consistent as possible, knowing that every game is the same, treated the same.
Yep. So I think they just ready. They want to lock in that 6th seed, no doubt about it.
Yeah. I'm not concerned with the 6th seed.
That's what we talked about the other night. That's why you smiling.
Let's start that argument.
That's why he's smiling.
I'm just trying to be quiet. I'm being quiet. I'm just like,
Wooly don't think the 6th seed is that, the seed is seed. I
think they are very serious about that 6th seed.
Yeah, I saw Dan Quinn on his press conference, and he really talked about, look, we're playing everybody. We're trying to get the 6th seed. We want the 6th seed.
They want the 6th. And Joe Witt won it. Cliff won it. They are very consistent about that 6th seed.
It's good, man.
They're consistent. They want the 6th. And I can see why they want it. I can see why they want that game to be their first game versus the Eagles. I would not want to play the Eagles again. Not right now.
I'm just why you gotta say that, Paul. Why you gotta say that, Paul?
tune-up?
We said that was banned after the first.
Look, man, look, Paul. I'm not even mad you calling it a tune-up game because to me this game don't even matter. I'm gonna be real with you. To me, it doesn't. But I'm like, look, I'm gonna be real. I'm like Sean McVay. That's who I'm like. I'm like Sean McVay. I just don't really be caring. Like
There, but you know the word on the street is Sean McVay is the rest of his time. We don't want to play the Commanders.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I get to me if that's not the like. I mean, I feel like some folks will stay on the streets, but I feel like I'll say this much. I feel like his thought process is the most important game at the end of the day for his unit is the playoffs. That's the most important game. Period. Like you rather. I get both sides of the argument, so I don't really get like I understand it. I just for me, I value making sure that 5 ain't nothing wrong with 5 going into this playoff game because he's the end all be all. Everybody else don't matter to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like everybody else don't matter. They can play. I don't care. Especially when you say Terry with an ankle, I'm like I don't even need him out there for real. But 5 is the one. Like if something happened, God forbid, anything, whatever. I would be pissed off even if he's 100%. If something is like even if he plays on the playoff game and say something minor, I'd still be pissed off. I'd be like, he don't even need that time because 5 is what it is. We've seen it in the last couple of weeks. He has held you down. He's the reason why you won the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather have him because if you don't have him, you're not doing nothing in the playoffs.
Well, there's a strong possibility they're not doing anything with him. I mean, I'm gonna keep it above. Yeah. Because at this point, he cannot save you in the playoffs. Like, let's just be for real. Like, if we really being honest, the playoffs take you here. Mm-hmm. You go way up here in the playoffs.
True. No, you're right.
And Sean McVay isn't ducking. If he's even ducking the Commanders, and
I don't think he's ducking for real. I don't think he's ducking for real.
He's not ducking because of Jaden.
Yeah, now, maybe.
Now here's another thing though. But if Jaden goes home, because that's what it is in LA, they're gonna put on a show. Let's get it. You know, let's be for real. Because that's home. That's home. Okay, so that gives us an opportunity to play at home. But please, they lost to this team.
I think that's the reason.
With their backup quarterback. Let's be for real. They lost this team. You let Cooper Rush drag you. Okay, you really did. And it took forever to get your offense going. The Commanders played poorly against the Dallas Cowboys. So to be like, we just gonna wait. No, it's got to have some pride and go ahead and let your ego show a little bit on that one.
And that's what I'm glad you said that. It's a pride thing.
You didn't play well at all against this team.
I think that's the real reason. But go ahead.
And let's get this point. This team on get backs, when they play NFC East twice, they have won every game so far. On the second time. So they beat the Giants again.
Trey Lance is playing. I don't really. it is what it is. Like I don't.
Trey Lance is auditioning for the other 31 football teams.
You can audition all you want. When you ain't good, you ain't good. And I used to be a big Trey Lance fan. I was a real Dutch fan. I was a big supporter of Trey Lance. When you ain't good, you ain't good. I'm sorry.
Trey Lance is trying to get that other contract.
They got too much. You haven't been able to firmly establish a run game. You haven't been able to firmly stop the run. And those are two things you must do in the playoff. Do very well.
Yes.
Yes, you must be able to do both of those things very well. So, if anything, this is practice.
No, I agree.
But you still got to win, And they just, Jaden, and how everybody feels about Jaden, but he ain't gonna save them in playoff. Not by himself.
It's two guys that are gonna save him in the playoff: B-Rob, Austin Eckler. Got to run the football.
There's a question, my man. Speaking of Austin Eckler, my man Danny got a question. Danny, here it goes. He said, will Austin Eckler be on the snap count? Would like to see at least 10 to 15 snaps.
He should be. He should be. We did not discuss that with Coach Quinn or Coach Kingsbury, but he absolutely. That's typically how they do when they've been on IR for a period of time, and they bring them back. They have them on a pitch count. So should be, but still should be impressive in those counts.
I know I came late, but more also about pitch count. Jonathan Allen's time increased this week because last week his time was limited. Will his time increase this week?
Absolutely, yes.
He needs to work. He needs to work.
Oh, he needed to work. He was on the field a couple times, but he didn't make an impact. Right? We didn't hear his name.
Why they didn't hear his name? What I will say is when he played more in the second half and they did some moving around of the defensive lineman. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Yeah, he was
in the last game. Bijan wasn't able to do as much.
Correct, right.
They limited his game a lot more in the second half once J.A. got back in there and they started rotating defensive linemen around.
So yeah, so I'm saying
So
like
that happened now. Of course, Drake London and everybody in the backfield is in trouble at that point. But, but
that's another discussion.
That's a whole nother discussion.
That's a whole other discussion. So we
with my man Paul.
Why can't I find the Dallas inactive? Is Micah still playing?
So Micah?
Yeah, he's not inactive, right?
He should be. I heard he's playing. I heard he's playing.
Yeah. So that's why. Yeah, they got their defense playing.
Yeah, I know. Micah playing in Jaden. You know what? I ain't even say nothing. Hey, speaking of the run game,
this might be Micah's last game in Dallas. If
hey man,
he got one more year. He got one more year in his rookie deal. So
Paul says, speaking of the run game, 36 needs more. Chris Rodriguez needs more run.
Yes, agreed.
Agreed.
I agree with that too.
Quick question. Mike has a question for you, Candy. He says, do you think Zeke's career is over?
It must be.
Yeah.
That was kind of. I made myself laugh with that answer. I think so. I think it must be because they got one more game to go, and they were like, "Listen, it's been real."
From reports and from Dallas podcasts and people, he was released. He
because
asked for it. Playoff team. And no one's been able to grab that yet. Nobody's picked him up.
Nobody want to know Zeke. Have they seen him run? No playoff team wants Zeke.
That's what I'm saying. They said the press. I'm saying press release was like.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So he could be on. So he can find a playoff team. And I'm sitting here.
I started laughing.
Well, I laughed too because I'm like, what playoff team that's in the playoffs right now need Ezekiel Elliott on their roster?
For real. Have they not seen him run? Yeah, I know your ass was released, but nobody gonna want him. So you might as well chill at home, buddy, with the crop top.
Yeah, nobody's taking.
I mean, he's had some issues here. So
yeah. So
I don't know. They still playing football though, y'all. They still playing football down here.
I mean, they're trying. I mean, they got blown out last week then by the Eagles, right? They got blown out last week by a backup quarterback too, right? Yeah. They are who they are at this particular point in time in life.
They need to make this easy on offense. Maybe make it easy and pull your starters in the first half.
Yep.
Don't it needs to be up, but I made a joke yesterday, but I kind of meant it. I was like, yeah, I mean, you did just beat them 57-3. There goes your prediction, everybody. 57-3, and then everybody can just,
Well, you doing a prediction? You doing a prediction too now?
No, I just said it yesterday. But I was like, oh, if you wanted a prediction, I guess that's
I wasn't even going to ask you. I'm like, what are we doing? I was like, because you told me not to do it. You told me like, hey, we're not. Hey, I don't do the predictions.
New year, new me. New year, new me.
Oh man, I know that's right. Hey, Katie, I know because the ops out there, Katie. How can folks catch you on social media? How can they catch your show?
I should have never worn this burgundy shirt. I like this shirt though. My mom gave it to me for Christmas.
I know it's high, man.
It's one of my Christmas gifts for my mother. Yeah. And I was like,
it looks good.
Every time I walked in, people were like, excuse me, ma'am, when is the team arriving? I was like, they'll be here about, and that was because I know the answer to the questions. I'm like answering them, and then I realized, oh my God, no, they think I work for the team.
Hey, it's the highlights in the shirt. It's the highlights in the shirt.
It's the highlights in the shirt. My boots are black and gold. So I'm like,
oh man, the ops, yeah.
They're like, look at her. But anyway.
George, where you living at? Getting the grill ready. Where you at? You must be somewhere nice, bro. It's cold as Jesus out here, bro.
Oh, it's horrible. Where is he?
Hey, that's all I want to know. Where you at?
Car Patterns is up the road from me in Orlando, so it's nice. It's going to be nice until about Monday, and then it's going to be cold.
Bill Cosby out on the grill in the middle of winter, cooking hot dogs on the grill, dog.
Oh yeah, probably. Because I'm like, bro, it's cold as. So how can folks catch you on social?
Y'all can catch me on X. Can you still hear me?
Y'all can hear you.
Okay. On X at CWall SE, and make sure you're subscribed to Bowie TV on YouTube. But you all can also follow me on other platforms. Just follow my name, Candy Waller, and send me a request. I'll accept it.
All right, cool. Hey, George, that's fire. You in South America? Oh yeah, that's fire, bro.
That's what's up, bro.
That's nice.
That's bro. That's fire. Hey, Katie, thanks for being on. We always appreciate you. Hey, like I said, you're a regular, so you ain't ask.
Hard to be like, I'm trying to plan things out. Scenario is driving me insane because I can't plan anything. So this is really the Lord is stretching me because I'm like,
I got you.
operate in these kind of conditions. But anyway,
Yeah, man. One of the most hardest working folks in the game. Yeah, man.
Right.
Appreciate it.
all
Hey,
right.
everybody says stay blessed.
See
Hey,
y'all.
make sure everybody, Mike says stay
Hey,
blessed. You know what I
my
mean?
bad.
Everybody. All right. See you, Candy.
All right, bye, y'all.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Candy.
Candy Waller, y'all. Candy Waller. All right. So yeah. Let's get into
Let's go.
let's get into it. Like I was going to, obviously, Kenny said a lot of great things. Y'all know I'm not going to be redundant and talk about I don't care about this game because I really don't. But like, so I'm not going to be redundant. But
right?
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going. It's just it is what it is. But anyway, let's talk in terms of this game. What excites you the most about this game? I'm gonna start with you, George.
Austin Eckler coming back because like I said, at first I was surprised because they had only just activated the window. What was it? Was it Monday? I think
Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday. So I wasn't expecting him back, but now that I think about it, I think they probably didn't have to put him on IR. They probably could have brought him back sooner, but they wanted him for this game and the games in the playoffs. I'm just excited to see how Eckler is going to help this run game and hopefully help Brian Robinson and Chris Rodriguez with a change of pace. And it'll be interesting to see if they put him back there in kick returns because Luke McCaffrey's done well there. So I sort of think maybe they shouldn't do that with Eckler because they've got McCaffrey who's done well in kick returns and Crowder. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, go ahead, Glenn. I do like what George said. Like I agree with George, but go ahead, Glenn.
I think excite me is to see the backup offensive lineman play, right? Because I want to see how well they can keep Jaden healthy because we may have to depend on the backup lineman, right? We know Biotish is out again. We know Lucas is out. So to see the linemen that came in the second half of last week's game be able to compete, be able to see them move and see if this team can run the football without them, all right, without your Biotish, with your starting center, without one of your top tackles, and see what these guys can do. Hopefully, again, excite me too is see if this team can start off fast, build off the momentum of last week, right? Keep the momentum going from last week, start off fast, and get back to what they were in October. I don't know if you guys remember what October was. This team was scoring every time. This team was rolling in October, right? So see if this team can get back to where they were and see if they learned. I mentioned earlier when Candy was on, see if they can, if they learn from the first game of playing Dallas and come out hotter in the second half. Because even with, think about it, when they came out Philly last time, when they played Philly the second time, they came out slow. They was fumbling the football. Things was not going their way. Even with the Giants the second time, they came out a little slow. I want to see if this team can come out a little bit faster against the Cowboys, who they play for the second time. And again, get JD5 off the field. I mean, Wally, I agree with your point. Like, hey, as soon as you can get him off the field, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like this, they just been starting off slow since a certain point in the season. I don't know if it's folks figure something out early, other than maybe the Titans game, they started off fast. But I feel like the Titans made life so much easier. Yeah. So they've been starting. It's been a process, but they still scored. In certain games, they've still been able to score. Y'all can tell this game's like a preseason game to me. I don't really care about this game, but
it does. It does. But at the same time, it has a lot of implications, right?
Yeah, it has some implications. Yes, it has more implications in the preseason game.
Well, it's more implications for Washington. It depends on where they look as a coaching staff. As she said, as Candy said, and we talked about on the podcast, not to be redundant. The coaching staff sees one thing, and the coaching staff are looking at, okay, this is our route. Because let's be honest, every team in the Super Bowl, every team in the playoffs has one route where they want to go, and they want to go to Super Bowl. So this coach staff is looking at this is our route that we may need to take in order to get us to the Super Bowl, and it's not playing Philadelphia week 1.
I feel you. I just don't know what the messaging is with there, but it is what it is. I just feel like the messaging is like you duck and smoke. You know what I mean? So I don't really like that message, but it is what it is. Like it is what it is. I think fans think a different way from players. Like I just feel like players, unless you playing I'll be real with you. It's the Eagles. Unless you're playing like Pat Mahomes, you're not really worried about it. You should be ducking anybody. It's just almost like the element of.
But no. We're not. It's not like we're sitting players to potentially avoid somebody like the Rams are. We're
I
playing.
don't think the Rams. I mean, real true. I don't think the Rams. I think people like that's the notion that people want to go with. I don't think the Rams are doing that because of that. I think the Rams are like they have played like Puka has been hurt. Cooper Kupp has been hurt. They know that those players aren't 100%. They were coming off of like this hamstring and groin issues. They've been coming off of those. So they're not playing their valuable players. That's just what it is.
They could play Stafford.
Why would you play? But why would you though? That's my point. The same points. Like the same thing I talk about JD. Why would you? Who's Stafford's backup?
Lord,
exactly. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. You saying my point for? That's the point. Why would you? Their thought process. See, this is the thing. Their thought process is my thought process. That's just what it is. We're gonna look at it as a Commanders fans. We're gonna look at it because if they lose, we're gonna look at it a certain way. And truth be told, who they playing? Who are they playing?
They're playing the Seahawks.
So say they beat the Seahawks. Are we still saying they scared of us?
I mean, that's a fair point.
That's what I'm saying. We're just going into it. But anyway, that's not my point.
Starters.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that like
Jimmy G's the backup.
Jimmy G's the backup. You can win a game with Jimmy G's your backup. Playing the Seahawks the way they're playing.
Yeah. You can win a game with Jimmy G.
You can.
Yeah.
So we can't use that like. So if they win the game, I don't want to hear the notion of if the game's competitive. If the game's forget winning. If the game's competitive, I want to hear the notion that they tanked. That means they tried. That means they tried.
They're potentially opting for a 14-win team at home. And yes, it's at home, but they're opting for a 14-win team.
That's fine. Like they want the home game.
That's a pretty tough draw.
That's what I'm saying. They're not concerned. Like I don't think they're scared. Like I think we as fans we're gonna keep saying that, but I don't think they're scared. I think they're doing what's best for their team. To be real with you, like I'm not the most important. I'm gonna say it again. The most important game is the postseason.
Yeah,
it's not week 7. It's not week 18. It's just not. Unless you're getting home field advantage throughout the playoffs, it's not week 18. No one's gonna ever let that. No one's gonna ever have that. No one's gonna ever put that in my head to think that way. I'm sorry. Especially the way the NFL works, where seeding, if you're a lower seed or where you're at in seedings, you're gonna have to match up and play whoever anyway. They do it round by round. So it depends on who wins, where you go, and whatever. So I'm not gonna ever be in that notion of being like, all right, we're scared of whoever or this, that, and the other. Like the Packers, are you telling me that like the Packers aren't as scary as the Commanders? When are we doing that?
I'm not saying that, but
like that. That sounds good. So I'm saying like if I'm all right, take away your football, your fandom. Take away your fandom. If you're just watching football, you're telling me people are like with the way the Packers have been. You just say the Packers could beat the Eagles. Are you telling me that you're just telling me they're scared? They're scared of they're more scared of the Commanders than the Packers.
I mean, I'm the chances of them playing the Packers. The only way they're going to play the Packers is if we lose. If Washington loses,
yeah. So who would be the 7th seed?
I don't think that comes into it, but there's a pretty clear chance that they could play Washington, and they're clearly opting for
who?
That's okay if we don't play Washington. We could play Minnesota or Detroit at home.
Exactly. Who would you rather? Again, so you would rather. So to that point, you would rather play those teams again. It's the same thing, George. Would you rather play those teams than watch? Like for real? Like take the fan out of it. Detroit. You rather play Detroit?
From the Rams' perspective,
yeah,
I find it surprising that they wouldn't rather play Washington with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be enough of an incentive to play
Stafford
and some of the starters over playing Minnesota or Detroit.
No, I get you.
Who's going to be a 13 or 14 win team.
Yeah, I'm just saying they don't care. Like I said, they don't care. That's what I'm saying. They don't care. Like they are confident in their squad.
That surprises me.
Yeah,
and I'm not
that's what I'm saying.
It makes a lot of sense either.
But I'm saying my point is that's the confidence. One, you gotta look at the individual. Sean McVay's not scared of nobody. If you know who folks know who Sean McVay is, he's not scared of nobody. He believes that he believes in his thing, his team, and his players more than any. Like that's how Sean McVay is. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, you can go the team that went to the NFC Championship game in the Detroit Lions. He pushed them to the brink in the postseason last year.
That's true.
So he's not. There's no real fear. Like anyway, that's near there. Let me get to my what I was talking about. Like for me, what I'm more excited to see. I'm more excited to see players who haven't gotten the opportunity to play. So Luke McCaffrey, I want to see Luke McCaffrey get a lot of burn at wide receiver. I think I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see. I'm surprised that De'Ami's playing. That's another. I'm surprised he's coming off a hamstring. Those tissue injuries are different. So I'm surprised he's playing. But if he's going to be out there, you're out there to me, you're 100%. So I'm to see his action. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like to what we're all talking about. Hopefully, this team gets a nice big lead, and we get to see some of these guys that we haven't seen in a while. Like we've been kind of clamoring to see get that opportunity to play meaningful, play a long football game. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see like like Forrest play. A lot of guys I'm excited to see play. You know, because of and C-Rod. Because I do think this is the kind of game that, because this game to me again it shouldn't be close. I don't care if Trey Lance is there; it shouldn't be close. But no. I'm excited to see like those individuals perform and get that opportunity than anything. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is a game where we can kind of see. All right, for like I think we talked about depth to see where if something does go wrong, we have these guys right there ready to perform.
But also, I think something else we got to put into play for some of these guys. When we talk about Week 18 and you talk about starters, and this has to be something to be considered. Some of these guys are playing for extra money today.
Yeah, incentives too. Yeah, that's true.
Some of these guys are playing for incentives today, right?
Yeah.
I just want to run through a couple, man. Zach Ertz is one playing for incentives today, right?
Didn't he get it already? Didn't he get it already? He got another one. Didn't he get it?
He get 9 catches. He get extra $250,000.
Dang, get another more.
If he gets 2 more touchdowns, he get another extra $250,000. If Dante Fowler gets a sack today, right? He gets $1.5 million bonus, right, for the season. Right? He just need a half a sack. Jeremy Chin, right? Jeremy Chin needs 2 sacks today to get extra $250,000. Frankie Louvu, right, gets 1 sack today. Frankie Louvu get 2 sacks. He triggered a $975,000 bonus. When we talk about why some players are playing for extra money, and Dan Quinn is a player coach. So guess what? He wants the boys to get paid.
And the 54th just made a good point. And I want to make a good point about this. Sean McVay's had one really good playoff run, and the other times they've been 1 and out. So
no, I'm telling you where's my process.
Right about.
I'm not saying you gotta be right. I'm saying this is the thought process. I'm just telling you, like my argument is more like they're not scared of playing Washington. That's not the thing. Like people keep putting that out there. That's not a thing. No. It sounds good, but it's not a thing, right? I'm just telling you, like. That's his, truth be told, he's done this before. I don't know if people paid attention. He's done this before. He has sat players to games where he could have moved in seating. He's done this every year. So it's not like he hasn't done this before. It sounds good to say he's scared, but he's done this numerous of years. So I'm just saying, like, that's what he does. He just believes more in I think I've heard him say it. He believes more in the playoffs, like being ready and being healthy in the playoffs than anything. George, to your point, yeah. You know, for certain people, like that does matter. Like you said, like rust. Like we've seen other teams who has helped out. For him, it hasn't worked out. But look what the Chiefs are doing. They're resting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Though the game is meaningless to them, but they're still resting everybody. You know what I'm saying? So they could be rusty. They got to buy, and they got to buy with that. That's rust. They rest everybody with a buy.
And how much is it that, you know, when you look at this, and I think we talked about it, I think me and George might have talked about it, or somebody else might have talked about it. This game is 1 game away from being meaningful, right? Is 1 offsides jumps for being meaningful. Meaning, when you have, Johnny Newton jumps offside with Pittsburgh, Dallas, a field goal miss in the Dallas game. This game could be playing for the division today, right? It'll have divisional implications, the difference between a 6 and a 4 seed. So that's how close Washington was from winning the division, a field goal miss and an offsides jump.
No, I agree with you, man. That's what bothers me about this game because it should be meaningful. All that being said, I think it's annoying as hell that like some of the losses we've had. Still, I mean, I feel like we should beat the Steelers. I just thought we had but that game annoys me. But it played out how it played out. I don't blame Johnny for that.
No, I don't blame Johnny, but that's the
I felt like losing that lead. You're right. I know what you're saying. You're right. I know what you're saying. But losing that lead was what bothered me. Like they shouldn't have lost that lead. Like say, getting beat by Mike Wallace is ridiculous in that play. So there's a lot of elements that have pissed me off. That pissed me off about that Steelers game. The Cowboys game, if you look at the totality of the game, there's no way we should have came back and won that game. But Jaden made a sensational pass to Terry, and Terry, did the rest. But to miss a field goal kick and knowing that we had all the momentum and we can take it to overtime, and now we kind of we figured them out right defensively, and not getting that opportunity to win the football game because the kicker missed an easy chippy is annoying. And I felt like that game was just sloppy. Turpin, running and getting that touchdown, that kickoff return like for a
Three
touchdown.
fumbles
That game was just so annoying on all elements. What you wanted to say, George?
Yeah. No, just to add to your point, I mean, Turpin taking that kick back after he fumbles the kick.
Yeah.
He does one spin move, puts whoever it was in row 10, and is in the end zone 4 seconds later. It's like what I wouldn't give to have a kick returner like that back there, even though we finally got some good ones. But those are the game. Yeah, losing that first Dallas game, because then Philadelphia would have to play everybody. Philadelphia would be
they'd be playing everybody.
More ganged up for next week. Yep. We could have really put some pressure on Philadelphia, and the fact that we aren't is frustrating.
Look, I mean, you see it here.
Saquon
would have played and broke the record today, but that's a whole different conversation.
2 games, bro. 2 games hurt us. What 2 games? Oh, what are we talking about? Like the Cowboys game and the Steelers game. To me, those are 2 games. I thought we had those games. And truth be told, I ain't gonna lie to you. I put a third one. That Eagles game out on Thursday night. We had that game.
Yeah. We missed opportunities on that game.
Yeah. We missed opportunities because I think they gave it to us. They wanted to give us that game. Like they were playing bad. They wanted to give us that game.
They was doing everything they could to give us that
struggling.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts was struggling. The defense was playing great, and we couldn't.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Saquon at the end, that's the only thing that saved them. But they wanted to give us that game. Like they wanted to. Jalen wasn't. I mean, Jaden wasn't 100%. Like he threw a dirt ball to Noah Brown. Like when he had him wide open, like he just wasn't. You better put the Steelers game on that, bro. We was up double. You better put the Steelers game on that. We was up. You better put the Steelers game on that.
The Commanders was tired. It was a short week. They had just lost. It was an emotional game before. It was a lot going on in that game.
Yeah.
And Jaden, like you said, Jaden wasn't 100%. So
yeah, he said, look, DQ said DQ should have went for 2. The kicker was off earlier. I mean, it's easier said than that. If he didn't get the 2, we would have been cursing him. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
It was tough because how do you get yourself together to run a 2-point
play?
Yeah,
and then you just and I'm gonna be real with you. And this is the thing that you got folks got to realize too. Usually, I'm gonna be real with you. When you're the stronger team, you kick the extra point. When you're the weaker team, when you're not confident in it, that's when you go for 2.
And when you on the road,
and we're at home, and we're a home team. So there's no like the Saints going for 2 against us. You knew it.
Made sense
because they're the weaker team. Like they're not supposed to win this game. They're at home. Like there's levels to it. Yeah, that's the only reason why. Typically, if you like P game, typically teams that go for 2 are 1 if you believe you can't stop. Like for instance, you can't stop that dude. Like you can't stop him. You can't say you couldn't stop Cooper Rush. I mean, stop it. Like Cooper Rush ain't Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I agree with I think Paul. Those 2 are divisional games.
Mm-hmm.
You needed those 2 divisional games. Could have moved you up a little bit. To losing 2 extra divisional games, have you placed in a different position right now?
Yeah. I'm be real. Now, if that was the Kansas City Chiefs and that happened, we're going for 2. Like because you make the argument like we can't let him have the ball last. Joe Burrow, for real, even Joe Burrow, like you're gonna say go for 2. Like you're going to because you ain't gonna be like, oh, we can't stop this dude. You know what I mean? So it's just I got it. I understood it. It's just it was a chippy dude. He just missed it. That's just I don't care how hurt you were. That was a chippy. Just kick it straight. I don't care how hurt you were. I think the injury was was there, but I do think it was an excuse because that was like it's an extra point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was short, like you missed it. Why? I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think injuries are I think it's mental with it. It was mental with it, knowing that he was injured and combined with combined with it. That's the reason why he missed it to me. But it is what it is. All right, so fam, what are some of your keys to a Commanders victory? I'm gonna start with you, Glenn.
Man, I like to see this offensive line run the football. I want to see Austin Ekeler. If he's going to play today, let's see how healthy you are, right? Okay. If B Rob's going to play today, he's playing today. Hey, B Rob, let's see you be the B Rob that you were 3 weeks ago, right? That's what you need. You need about 2. I can't remember what game. Might have been Tennessee where they had 200-yard rushers, and it wasn't Jaden Daniels, right? That's what I need to see. I don't need to see Jaden Daniels with 127 yards rushing at all. All right, I need to see the running backs with 120-some yards. That's my key to victory. They run the ball and it not be Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, I don't want to see him any running plays. That's me. What about you, George?
I am looking at this defense today, and I'm saying You're up against Trey Lance, who's the third string quarterback. You don't have CeeDee Lamb out there. You need to dominate today. You don't need to let Rico Dowdle have another big game against us. We don't need to be seeing Dallas going up and down the field, seeing Trey Lance, run and cause problems with his legs, which he's still capable of doing, even if he's not a very good passer at this point. I want to see a dominant defensive performance today. Either they only give up one touchdown or give up no touchdowns. Go in there and just totally stop this offense and at least give yourself some confidence for the playoffs.
Oh, I agree. I think my keys. I don't want to see Jaden in design runs. He can run, but I don't know design runs. No, I don't want a lot of design runs. Let me put it that way. And I don't want the design runs in the teeth of the defense. But true overall keys. Start fast. You playing against Trey Lance, bro. Like, we're not up 21-0 in the first quarter. I'm really pissed off. And I'm gonna be mad at the defense if they can't stop Trey Lance. He's gonna run, and he's gonna get some first downs running the football. I know that. But you gotta, man, it's Trey Lance, man. You just gotta take away the run. Cornerbacks, just play something. Like the dudes who are out there, basically, I'm not talking about you, Mikey. I'm talking about Michael Davis, St. Juice. You get an do something. Because and another key is to kind of try to limit Turpin's explosive plays, man, because he's going to be out there, and he's a guy I feel like could definitely hurt you for quick touchdowns. So, and pay attention to him. Like obviously, we saw what he did against Washington here at Northwest Stadium, but pay attention to him by any means necessary. But yeah, man, like cornerbacks, man, show some pride, man. Like just pride. Like Davis, St. Jude, show like come like you want to be here. I don't think you're going to be here, but show like you want to be here. Good God. Like the ball's thrown in the air. Don't panic. Come on, man. Don't panic.
I'm going to take that back, man. I just looked at something.
What's up, bro?
And I'm going to be selfish for a moment.
Go ahead, bro.
Y'all give me.
Go ahead.
I need Jaden Daniels to get 146 yards.
Was it you got fantasy or something? What's that?
He can break 1,000 yards rushing, man.
Oh, he had 1,000 yards rushing?
Yeah, he's close to getting 1,000 yards. Yeah, he had 864, so I need him to get 146. I need to get 146.
Let me tell you this, man. Let me grow with you now. Now you do a little too much. Let me tell you why. Look, man, I don't care what you're saying. Like number 11 still out there. Number 11 still out there. Like I need to be hit by number. I don't need him being hit by and number 11 like him. So that's only saving grace that I think.
11 does like him.
He like him. So I don't know he would go all out and trying to take him out if he got an opportunity. But number 11 out there, bro. And
I want to see what you say because look, think about, and I thought about this week.
I would love him to get 1,000 yards too.
But if he plays a Carolina game, he already had it.
Yeah,
you got to realize that they took him out of Carolina. He already played the Carolina game. He already have it. Now, I'm on your page, and I've always been on your page. Get that dude out the game as quick as possible.
Yeah, I would say this: if he really, I don't know the Carolina, if he just wasn't hurt, right? Because he wasn't running, right? He wasn't running. Even at that Eagles game, he was limited at where he wanted to run. So they kind of bottled him up a little bit after he got the rib injury in the Carolina game. So you're right. I don't know. I think he never got hurt like that. I think he would definitely have it by now. Because there were certain games he wasn't running like that for real. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I would love for him 1,000 yards, but yeah, number 11 out there.
Yeah.
That scares my soul. I was hoping that he wasn't going to play. And when I found out he was going to play, it made my thought process even worse. Because I don't you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. When the team was called the Redskins and we clinched the playoffs, and I remember games we played against Lawrence Taylor and Reggie White because they were in the division. And we didn't need to play certain quarterbacks. I was like, yeah, Joe, you better not play Mark Rippon.
Right. Well, remember, even in that 91 season, they played the first half, the starters. Even in that hellhole that was the vet, they played the first
half. That's cool. First half's cool. But you know what? We had a good. Know why it was different though? Who was the offensive line, buddy?
Oh, we had the Hogs.
Exactly. They weren't touching him anyway. Nobody. Jim. They weren't touching Jim Lachey, and them. No, they weren't. They weren't touching him. Jim Lachey out there. They were not touching nobody. So we don't have. Look, George. We don't have the Hogs here. They've done a solid job. They've done a good job. They're not the Hogs though.
Yeah, but they're not them.
They're not them. George, I do remember that 91 year. Didn't we the least sacks? Right.
Yeah.
I think we tied the record because I think we gave up 3 in the last game, so it was 9 sacks for the last
right?
season.
Exactly. Yeah. So yes, Mark Rippon, he can play a first half.
And then also bring it on 91 season and Richie Pettibone ain't calling the defense.
Yeah, that too. Look, man, he ain't auditioning because he don't got audition for nobody. We know who 11 is. Yeah. Who he auditioning for? I think the tape out to him, he don't need to audition for nobody. He ain't auditioning for me because I already know what time it is.
Adam Peters can make that deal.
He made that deal now. He don't need to play today for me to know I want him. There's no audition, buddy. There's no audition here.
And I hope Dan Quinn hugs him and says, "Come on over" at the end of the game.
Look, man, he loved Dan Quinn. He loved Dan Quinn. You know what I'm saying? That is something he loved. So thank you, Glenn. Yeah. If it's
come on over, Micah. You look
great. Micah, you come on here. Come on here, Micah. You already know what time it is. You know, hey, I've always wanted Micah. If anybody knew when he was out in this draft, that's the dude I wanted in that draft class.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was gonna slip, and he slipped enough where I thought we could trade for him, but they was
he would have slipped if one of them stinking teams hadn't taken one of them corners because that's what Dallas.
Well, he did slip. Real talk. So he did slip for real. Like he's a top on mocks. He was a top 5, top 6. Where he went, he wasn't supposed to go where he went. And I was like, all right. My mind was like, all right. He didn't drop enough. We could trade up now. Like he didn't drop enough. And then when we didn't trade up, I was like, this idiot. That's why I knew Ron was like, because it's a need. He's there. You know what? I'm not talking about the past. He is who he is. All right, predictions, y'all. We got to
remember, you got to have somebody that wants to trade down to trade up. And
you could have. I mean, they made so many bad trades. They could have traded up. They just chose not to. They chose not.
Paul, to answer your question, yes. For this year, yes, I would do it.
For this year? Oh, no.
Listen,
for this year, yes.
Listen, it's going to cost some team 2 number 1s if they trade for Mike.
So, man, I ain't going to lie. This is what I would do. I ain't going to lie to you. This is what I would do. I mean, I don't know. I ain't going to lie to you. Me and Lake had this discussion. I mean, I would trade this pick, John Allen, and see if I can get into the top 3, and if I can get Travis Hunter. That's what I would do. But that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different discussion.
Oh, you still carrying a torch for him? You still on the Travis Hunter?
Oh, I can't get him. If I can't get him regularly, if I can't get him by being bad, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him regardless. Like, give me Travis Hunter with this. Well, Mikey, shoot, man.
Man, that I always want to play that clip from week 1 where you're like Travis Hunter bowl.
Oh, what Travis? I like that better. Look, Mikey, they like it. See, I'm telling you, I ain't even playing. I give me, man, Andy and Travis could be on a couple packages at wide receiver with Jaden. Man, get out of here. Man, I like you, Michael, but give me Travis Hunter. We getting turnovers. We getting explosive plays. Man, Travis got balls. He got Dion ball skills. He got
Mikey and Marshawn would be pretty darn good.
Crazy. And then if Marshawn go down, like, you know, he tends to go down. Like, you have 3 corners. Then if Marshawn go down, you kick Mikey back outside. You got Travis on the outside. Whoever you get another, you know, you can get another corner play nickel. But you can start the season with Mikey and nickel, Travis and Marshawn. Man, get out of here. I'm taking that in a second. We going to work. That's a multiverse conversation. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, but you would like it, though, wouldn't you, though? Paul, you would love it, though. No. Hey, his girlfriend. Hey, go ahead, chill out, man. I know. Leave that man on that girlfriend.
Start that.
All right, predictions. Y'all can show the game on start with predictions.
All right, real quick prediction. Washington 35-14.
35-14? All right. Santiago had 35-17. Well, say again, George.
Washington 27-10.
27-10. Oh yeah, I already picked my. All right, Mike, you already know what I'm about to do, so I'm letting you know right now. What did I put? I put the score on Big Doug's post.
If you pick against him today,
I am. I am. I'm gonna keep it. Why would I change? Why would I change? $24, $27.
The culture.
Yeah, like I picked. You know, you remember the game in Northwest? You know who I picked?
Washington.
Yeah, what happened?
Washington.
Yeah, I know what happened.
All right, we lost, right? All right,
yeah.
All right. That's where it changed for me. That's where it changed.
I know that's when it changed.
That's where it changed.
You came on here hot. I got you.
Yeah, that's where it changed. I'm not picking them, and I'm going back. You know what I'm saying? So we
Ole's
here now.
doing it for the people.
So yeah,
Don't be giving him any static about it.
Yeah, 20. So yeah, I have 24, 27. It hurts me. This hurts my soul. Everybody knows I do not. This is not a thing that I do.
Cowboys.
I always pick against the Cowboys.
Yep.
On everything. But for this, this is love. This is real love. This is real love that I'm doing this for Washington, because this is real love. Because this hurts my soul for real. Like in life. 24-27 Cowboys. That's what I'm going with.
There you go.
Got you.
Because I do. Again, I don't think we need to play everybody to beat the Cowboys. Because I do want 12 wins. I do selfishly, I do want 12 wins. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, you gotta change that invite playoffs. They need all the love. I gotta change the invite playoffs.
Yeah, man, you gotta change the tone, man. The invite to the whole voodoo playoff time. You gotta change.
I'm doing this the whole year. We doing this all the way.
That's right.
No, you mean change it? I ain't gonna change the playoffs. I'm trying to take this to New Orleans. I'm taking this to New Orleans, bro.
If they're making New Orleans, I'm be doing this show from New Orleans.
Yes, I'm telling you now. Why you want me? You want me to change this? Yeah. You do know we're on a winning streak with this,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
With that point being said, George, George, you're the only one that said it, George.
What did George say? What did George say, Glenn?
4-0.
Right? He the only one, right?
He's the only one that said it. I said 3-1.
There you go.
George the only one that said 4-0.
Nah, we win. Keep going. Look. Nah, we win. We'll keep going for the ops. Thank you. They know. You know what I'm saying? Why would I change, bro? Why would I change that when we doing good, bro? I text my man, seen this post that had my pics on it, and he was like, yo, what is this? I was like, bro, it's working. Because he never knew what I was doing. I was like, every game I pick against them, this is what's happening. And he's like, oh, then keep doing you. And then every week it kept happening. And he was like, yeah, thanks, man. He texted me, thank you. Like, you did right, thank you. So I'm letting you know, Mike, you need to start saying thank you instead of going against me. All right, fantasy pick, shout. George, I'm starting with you, man. Fantasy pick.
Austin Eckler, because I think he's gonna make some big plays for us today.
All right, you Glenn.
I'm staying the running back. I'm staying in the same room, but I'm going B-Rob today. Breakout day for B-Rob.
Yeah. You said Zach Ertz he has incentives.
9 catches.
All right, Zach Ertz. I got Zach Ertz.
Yeah,
I got Zach Ertz. It's all about money. I understand that. It's about money. Yep. This is a money game. My man, Paul said C-Rod. Yeah. I like that. I actually like that a lot.
I like that a lot.
I like that. I hope he gets a lot of burn. I hope he gets 20 carries this game.
Especially if they setting everybody C-Rod to get a lot of burns.
Yeah. Oh, Mike said Jaden 100 yards rushing. He thinks he'll go for 100 yards rushing. Glenn said he needs 100 and what though?
He need 146.
446. So Mike, you saying 100, 146? He want that 1,000.
146 to 1,000.
That 1,000 is special. He get the 1,000. Man, my man Trey Lance is gonna play. He's gonna play like some garbage too. He sucks too. I like Trey Lance too.
Hey,
God, why you gotta be so bad? Ugh. All right, anyway, don't forget to tune into our post-game show directly after the game. We'll be on YouTube and IG Live. We'll also be on the Urban Sports Team X handle as well. You can also subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errything. Also, tweet us at ABG_Errything. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_Errything. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that like button. Since I know y'all enjoyed this video because it was a great video. Hit the like button. Also, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to our All Burgundy and Gold Errything YouTube channel as well. Anyway, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. This has been a dope show. Again, don't forget to jump on our post-game show. Hopefully, we get ready to the playoffs. So hopefully no one gets hurt. That's the most important thing. Hopefully no one gets hurt. And this team looks good going into the next weekend wild card round. So you already know what time it is. Anyway, you're listening to the All Burgundy and Gold Errything pregame show powered by Commanders pregame show powered by the Urban Sports Team and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM at 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia, for ages. A Yeti deuces. Yo, we are out. Let's go, Commanders.